we're looking at the possible top 10 picks of the 2020 NBA Draft. Don't forget to put on notifications and subscribe to my tiny YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy the video. The NBA Draft Lottery just came out, and now we know the order of the draft. So I'm going to look at the top 10 teams in order and see where some of these elite prospects may go. The number 1 pick is going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. This pick is actually a no-brainer. They need a big 2-guard to complement Karl-Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. Last year, their top 2-guard was rookie Jarrett Culver, who was okay, but they're still going to look to solidify that position. That's going to come from Anthony Edwards, a 6'6", 220-pound scorer from the University of Georgia and the number 2 recruit out of the 2019 class. This past season, his team wasn't great, but he put over 19 per game, was a little of a shot chucker, but the talent and skill level is definitely there to warrant going as the first pick of the NBA draft. The Golden State Warriors are coming out with the number 2 pick. I feel the Warriors were looking at Anthony Edwards to complement Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, but I don't see Edwards falling to them. They need a big and they need some guard support. James Wiseman is a 7'1" athlete who played 3 games at Memphis, averaging around 20 and 10. Athletic player, decent jump shot, and can rim protect for you and get up and down in transition. LaMelo Ball will thrive with NBA spacing and the Warriors' unselfish play in the half court. Struggled from long range when he played in New Zealand, shooting around 26% from 3, but his shot is not broken and will get better. I honestly think they should get Obi Toppin, athletic forward out of Dayton, and not overthink it. Ultimately, I do think they will overthink it and go with James Wiseman here as the number 2 pick. The Charlotte Hornets have the number 3 pick. They just signed Terry Rozier, and with the emergence of Devontae Graham, I don't think they should go the guard route. They have PJ Washington and Miles Bridges at the forward spots, but I think they can go with either Obi Toppin or Denny Avdija. Avdija will provide the perimeter play from the wing, a guy who could potentially be deadly from 3, but also a bigger playmaker for the offense at 6'9", 215. Once again, Toppin should go here as well, but thanks to guys like Luka Doncic out here killing in the game, I feel Charlotte will go with the versatile perimeter player in Denny Avdija. The number 4 pick belongs to the Chicago Bulls. They selected Kobe White from North Carolina in last year's NBA draft, but he's looked like more of a scoring option. They need more of a distributor to complement their star off guard Zach LaVine, along with Lauri Markkanen and Otto Porter Jr. They're also not that athletic at the forward spot, so I see 3 options. One is LaMelo Ball, 6'7", 6'8", pass first point guard, Obi Toppin, an athletic forward out of Dayton. Toppin is a few years older than the other 2 options, and it seems like a pretty safe pick. Another option is Onyeka Okongwu from Southern Cal, but he's a bit undersized and can't stretch the floor quite like Toppin can. They can't miss here, but I think they go with another guard in LaMelo Ball when I think they should go the Toppin route. The number 5 pick is with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last year, they drafted a guard to complement Colin Sexton. They need an athletic forward who can stretch the floor to complement Andre Drummond and Tristan Thompson. The Cavs should go with Obi Toppin here. Pretty easy decision if he slips down to the 5th pick.
Nice screen from Solomon Young. Wow, they're just racking up missed layups.
Tyrese Halliburton, shotgun altered.
The number 6 pick belongs to the Hawks. There was murmuring going around that the Hawks wanted LaMelo Ball. I'm not sure how well that would have worked due to Trae Young already not being great defensively, and LaMelo is also a work in progress on the defensive end. Now with him off the board, I think they go with another bigger guard that could defend at a high level. He's 6'5", Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State, does a great job using his wingspan to get deflections and steals in the half court and in transition. He's very good at turning defense to offense in a flash. The number 7 pick is going to Detroit. The Pistons need a high-level guard to complement Blake Griffin and emerging off-guard Luke Kennard. They're 2 top returning scorers, and I'm higher on Cole Anthony than most because I think you either need one of 2 things to compete for an NBA title. You need a guard who can take over games, scoring and distributing, or you need a top 5 player in the league. I think when it comes to scoring and distributing and taking over games, I think Cole Anthony has that in his system, and he could be that player eventually. But I think the Pistons will go safe here, and they'll go with Killian Hayes, a player who can create and provide scoring in ISO situations. He'll be 19 by the time he's drafted, and at 6'5", 210, he'll give you some size along with having a high IQ and a polished game as a left-handed player. The New York Knicks have the number 8 pick. With the Knicks sitting at the 8th spot, I will not be surprised if they try hard to trade up out of this spot. The issue is they don't have many assets other teams would want outside of cash, but they need a point guard badly. They need to go with Cole Anthony here and roll the dice. A young backcourt of Cole and RJ Barrett has a lot of potential, but they still need to get a high-level wing. Unfortunately, in this draft, wings aren't very plentiful. The number 9 pick belongs to the Washington Wizards. To put it simple, if Onyeka Okongwu drops this far, they have to take him. And I think it'll be a great pick for them to give them more youth at the power forward and center position. If he's not available, they should look at Isaac Okoro, a small forward out of Auburn. The Phoenix Suns have the number 10 pick. They have a lot of options, whether to use it to draft the player or use the pick as a chip in part of a much bigger trade package. There's been a lot of rumors circulating around Devin Booker, their star shooting guard. Based on who's left and available in the draft, they should go after a guard or wing, and they have to be a decent shooter from deep. In this case, I go with 6'6", 6'7", Devin Vassell out of Florida State. This is my top 10 best available if you were curious. As of right now, it's not a very deep draft. It'll take a few years to see how good or bad this draft was. Those were the top 10 picks and how I can see them going, but we know it won't be exact, but it's interesting to think about. Let me know what you guys want me to break down next.
Can't guard me.